Yo, Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
Y'all already know what it is. I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony, aka Tony Two Fans. Call at your boy, CJ. What is popping?
Hey, man, it's almost here, dog. It is almost here.
Yes,
We have
sir.
been waiting for this day for quite a while. Okay, now we've had one preseason game to kind of get everybody back in the flow of things, but they basically sent out the B squad and the C squad, and they were out there peeling around in the rain, not doing stuff right. But now we go out here tomorrow. We have the joint practice with the Jets, and now I guess you could say, kind of, sort of, the rubber meets the road, and we're we're,
Yeah.
we're going to see what's what, man. So, cuz, how you doing, man? What you looking forward to
Today, I'm
today?
looking forward to the day.
Oh, that's right. That's today
This
for
is
you.
yeah, it's the day for me. Yeah, but yeah, man. Hey, I think today we finally get a chance to answer a lot of questions, in the speculation on a lot of things when it comes to who's going to do what, who's going to do what against who, is so and so going to show up, what is so and so going to look like, you know, a lot of these questions that we have been speculating amongst, um Panther Nation, whether it be on Twitter or whatnot. I think a lot of questions is going to be answered today. Now, I don't think not everything, but
Hmm.
you're going to really get a for the ones that have the opportunity to be there in person, like yourself. I think you guys are really going to get a chance to see, and get a lot of questions answered that we have been talking about all throughout the off season, training camp, OTAs,
Hmm.
and things like that.
Facts.
So yeah, I'm glad that I know it's kind of got over. This joint practice kind of got overlooked because everybody was looking forward. And nah, I'm sorry, the joint practice didn't get overlooked. The first
Hmm.
preseason game was overlooked, and everybody was looking forward to the joint practices. But I think rightfully so because now you're going to see the ones versus the ones. Like I told you before, it's going to be more like a controlled scrimmage. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? The first team is going to get a lot of work today. So when you talking about Quentin Williams and his
Hmm.
crew coming into town, now we're really going to get to see what that offensive line is made of up front. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited, man. I'm
Hey,
excited. What about yourself?
I'm excited too because it's either gonna, our fan base is not too optimistic. There are a few of us, there are a few. I say us because I consider myself one of them included. I kind of look at myself
Right.
as being in the middle. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, we'll call out the bad. But it's just it's one extreme or the other. Either you all in or
Right.
you all out. So
Right.
like I said, I
Right.
hope we go out here
Yeah.
tomorrow and have a good practice. But I most of all, the thing I'm praying for tomorrow is that everybody, Panthers and Jets, come out of this healthy. I'm praying for player
Yes.
health. That's what I'm
Yes.
praying for the most. I want it because we Deontay Johnson already he's day to day with a slight groin pull. Who else went out today? Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson
Yeah.
is out
Dane
with
Jackson.
I think a hamstring. Yeah, hamstring. He's out with a hamstring injury. So we don't know how long he's going to be out. So, that
Right.
further, hampers our secondary a little bit. And not to say that they were looking bad, but there's still the question of, can JC Horn make it a whole season? And then after that, it's just like, oh hell, what are we going to do? God forbid if that happens. But we'll
Yeah.
see. I'm just excited for the Panthers to be out there practicing against somebody other than themselves because it's especially the ones, because we can say this looks good in camp, offense looks good, defense looks good, special team look good, but that New England game, I don't think we got a real great evaluation of some of our talent, especially in that first half. Now we're gonna see
We
the ones
didn't.
out there. Now we're gonna see the ones out there practicing against other ones, and that's gonna be like, okay, this is what it is. Now we're gonna see what you got. All right, but yeah,
Sir.
I'm
Yes,
I'm
sir.
definitely looking forward to. I'm gonna be there early, man. I'm trying to be the first or second one in line, dog. I tell you, look,
I
you,
feel
you ain't
you.
gonna miss me. Yes, sir. But let me get into some comments here. SC Pace said, "What's good, guys? Hope y'all doing
What's
well.
good,
Doing
AC?
great, sir. Doing great." Big homie, what's up, Doug? Say, yes, sir. Can we talk camp now? I have eyes on the team finally.
Hey, what's up,
and
Douglas? What's up,
and
Douglas?
also, like you said, make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Let me do my little spiel first. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining us. You can catch us at Two Fans in the Stands on all social media and on what we like to call Twix. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS. That's a mixture of Twitter and X. If you haven't heard me say that a million times before, all right. But yes,
Right.
let me see. T. Thompson, what's going on? How you doing? Let me
T. Thompson
see.
was popping.
Jadar, yeah, the
The
Jadarius
Jadarius
Darius
experience.
experience. Good God, I'm so sorry. I messed that name up for you. I'm so sorry.
What's going
The
on,
Jadarius
Jadarius?
experience. How you doing? I apologize. Hey, he
Hey,
said,
seem like something in the waters. You being rubbed off on.
nah, man,
I
we
ain't.
we just hey, we just got through eating, man. I got a belly full of Captain Steve's. And that see there, I just messed
Yeah.
up again trying to say damn belly. I swear.
Hey, it's your presence, man. It's something in your presence. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm
That's
gonna
all
get
I'm
to that in a
saying.
second. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Jadarius says seeing the backups for the O line just shows how bad our O line was. We need our starters healthy on that end. That is a fact.
Yes.
That is a fact.
Yes.
All right.
What?
Carolina
Oh,
Panther
yeah.
Pulse. Oh, go ahead, Tony.
No, I'm gonna say there's no injuries to our starting five, is there?
Mm-hmm. Damian Lewis apparently has a little bit of a shoulder injury or something, but they said
Well, yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't doing nothing today because it was more conditioning because he hadn't been there in a few
right,
days. But I did hear
right,
something about a shoulder, so we'll see.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But Carolina Panther Pulse, what's going on? Anybody got a
What's-
pic of Leggett in full Panthers uniform? Well, I mean, he was out there today. He was playing in 11 on 11s.
Yeah,
So we got a picture of him, in Jersey, but no pads.
today, hopefully he get that opportunity to step up and show what he can do. In the absence of Deontay Johnson, it's gonna be a good
Hmm.
opportunity for TMJ and a lot of other guys that probably like on the fringe of making the team to really get up.
Yeah,
Show what they're made of.
yeah. They better get out there and catch that damn ball too. Don't be out there dropping stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna be in the
Right.
stands talking cash junk. Dig it. What's going on? He said, "Hello, all y'all."
What's going on, Dig It?
What's going on, big dog? Nine dime all the time. What's up, homie? He said football
What's up,
time.
Nine
Yes, sir.
Dime?
Yes, sir. No Vash. Bryce throwing this picks. Hey, look, let's hope not. Let's hope he got all the picks out of his system already. And we will talk about that here in a
Facts.
little bit too. Diggy said Tony is a simple, honest man. I can appreciate that.
That's right.
Okay. All
Hey.
right. Hey, you ain't even met Tony, but he is honest. Simple, he is not. All right. He's very complicated. Simple, he is not. He is very honest. I give him that. Nervash, tomorrow's going to be entertaining. Let me see. Slick Vic, what's good? He said, what's good, fella? How you doing? Anthony
What's good,
Brown,
Slick?
what's up? CJ
AB.
Hill, my cousin, I guess. He said, "Thank you for the $2 super chat." He said, "How in the hell did the Falcons get Judon?" I don't. You know what? I do know. I do know because me and our special in guest studio, who was sitting right here to the right of me, were talking about this a little while ago. We don't have no money. That's
We
why
broke.
we
We
broke.
broke, Craig.
Yeah, we yeah. We ain't got no money, dog. We ain't got no money. Hey, I
we
appreciate.
we got cookout money trying to buy something to eat at TGI Fridays. Come on,
No,
dog.
man, no, not even that. We got cookout money trying to go to Longhorn or like STK uptown in Charlotte.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man, and it's crazy. And I'm glad you brought that up. Glad you brought that up because that's like Gilmore. Everybody's still hollering about Stephon Gilmore, Stephon Gilmore, Stephon Gilmore. As much as I
Yeah.
want him to be here, I think I've accepted the fact, probably about a week or two ago, he's not coming. Okay, he's
But
not
you know
coming. The
what?
Panthers don't have the money
Hey,
to pay him.
I understand that. I understand that,
Mm-hmm.
but just hear me out just one time. We
Mm-hmm.
know he visited with Minnesota Monday. There
Yeah.
has not been an announcement that he signed with Minnesota or anybody else. So there's still
Mm-hmm.
maybe just a 2% glimmer of hope
Mm-hmm.
that Stephon Gilmore is still available and could possibly come home to Carolina. So I'm gonna leave open that small crack in the door. The door
Okay.
gonna be unlocked until he
Mm-hmm.
signs somewhere else.
Okay. All right. Well, I just hope nobody farting that door and then you smell the funk of it. So,
Wow.
you leaving
Did,
doors
did he
cracked
just say
open.
that?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Hey, leaving doors cracked. If somebody might be farting on the other side, you might not like what you smell when you open that door. Hey, I'm just saying. We ain't got no money. Let me move on. Okay, I'm sorry,
Oh
y'all. My
yes,
bad.
God
CJ Hill, thank you for
Almighty.
the super chat. I
Oh
appreciate you.
Jesus.
Hey, Metro 803, how you doing, man? He said we can't get too
What's
high
up,
or too low
Metro?
right now. Let's see it play out a little first. Exactly. Exactly. What have we been saying for weeks? We just got to call it how we see it for right now. And then when we see, the pads out there popping, especially against, the Jets in this choreographed joint practice, we'll get a little bit better idea of where we stand. So I agree with you, Metro. Appreciate you stopping through. Diggy said, "Don't worry, they'll misuse Judon." I hope so. I hope so. David Gore, how you doing? So what's up, two fans?
What
What's
up,
going on,
David?
David? How you doing? Look, PPP, quit playing. Hit that like button. Facts. Yes, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Yes,
Metro
sir.
said, "Dig it." Facts. Tip drill Will, what's going on, big dog? How you
Chip Drill
doing?
Will.
He said, "What's good,
What's
fam? How you
good,
doing,
family?
brother? How you doing?" Yep,
Yes, sir.
exactly. Praying. Yep. Making true money. What's going on? So the Falcons got money to give
MTM.
him an extension. Exactly. Exactly. Like I said, we broke. We broke. I remember when I got to camp this morning, I posted on Twitter on the account and I had my son with me. And that's first I said, me and my broke best friend out here enjoying these free glasses that the Panthers gave us. They were giving out shades this morning. Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Big shout out to the Panthers. They were nice shades, and they had Carolina Panthers written on the side of of each one of the what you call this the lens. My bad. I tell you, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
a little off, but yeah. But yep, exactly. True, making true money. Bingo. We are broke. We broke. He said,
Yeah.
"Yes, I would love to have Judon here too, but and we'll get into that a little bit here too, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. We'll talk about Judon and some of the other moves that some of our NFC rivals are, potentially doing, and get into why the Panthers are really just sitting still. All right." He said we got to make a
Okay.
statement tomorrow for some momentum going into the season. That is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. We got to
Facts.
do something. We can't go out there and have Quentin Williams going out there telling people he got 20 sacks again. We can't have that. We can't have that at all. Let me see. Shannon Tyler, what's going on? Says some of the Panthers fans are so negative. There is no way we are the worst or the same as last year, in my opinion. Okay. All right. Bet.
I
Now,
agree. I
but
agree with you there, Shannon.
yeah, but and I agree too, but also still, I gotta see it first. I gotta see it first before
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let me stand on this rock, and this is where I'm gonna make my stand at. But yeah, I gotta see it first. But in my heart of
Well,
hearts,
this
I'm with you.
this is something that we talked about early on, even before OTA, CJ. We was like, people have the right to be optimistic and not to be optimistic
Mm-hmm.
based on the play of last year and our record. So I get it from both sides. Like two things can be true at the same time. Some of us remain, this some of us choose to be more optimistic than others. You know what I'm saying? But also not to
Mm-hmm.
let our excitement get too um not to get too out there like we did last year. Cause like last year, I can honestly say for me, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? Well, I ain't drinking that. I ain't drinking that Joker this year. So,
Mm-hmm. I
but
feel you.
just with the changes with Dan Morgan coming on, Dave Canales being new head coach, seem like they're making good decisions thus far. So it
Hmm.
kind of give you the
Hope.
belief or the reasoning to be a little more optimistic than you normally would be. But I'm still not too excited. I was excited
Hmm.
last year. I'm not really that
Yeah.
excited this year.
Yep. Hey, and also Shannon, thank you for the $5 super chat. We greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate you,
And we
Sandy.
definitely put that money towards making the channel better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rod Waltz
Yes.
said, what's
No
up,
doubt.
CJ and Tony? What's up, Rod? How
What's
you
up,
doing?
Ra?
Earl Likely, what's going on? Earl, how you doing?
What's
How you
going on,
doing,
Mr.
man?
Earl?
Let me see. Nervash said, you can't pretend that hope equals truth. We're not trying to pretend that hope equals truth. We're just hoping that hope equals hope. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Hope is just that. It's just hope. We don't know. It's
Yeah.
not facts. We hope we want that hope that we have to turn into results. But right now, it's just hope. Me and Tony,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to swing, too far either way on that the Panther pendulum. The stuff that I've seen in practice so far lends me to believe that things are better than last year. Okay, and I hope
Yeah.
that's the case tomorrow once we get out there and the ones go against the Jets, because it really didn't look that way with our depth and our backups versus New England. So, but
Right.
we'll see, we'll see. Said Tony hiding tonight, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't a good night for me, dog.
The rest said, where's your evidence? Hey, well, let me tell you, go to our Twitter page. If you haven't followed us, follow us on Twitter. I've been snapping videos and photos and stuff. That's all we got so far. Okay, that's all we got.
Yeah.
We got the good. We got some of the bad up there as well. So everything hasn't been dreamland and fairy tales with the Panthers in training camp. But overall, I say they've had a decent camp. So yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, all we got is on over on the Twitter page, and our opinions. Let me see. Jay Gatsby won. How you doing? He said, "I'm not even
What's
judging
up,
this
Jay?
team until after week 6. We know this is a multi-year rebuild. If we're being honest, I agree with that.
That
I
that
agree.
hey, that's the best comment I've seen thus far.
Oh, Tony's gonna
Yes.
make some folks mad now. Hey, he also
I
said, I'm excited about Excel more than anything. Let me tell you, he's had some flashes where you're just like, oh shit. Oh, okay. All right, bet. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. D Cash, what's going on, big dog? How you doing?
What's
How
up,
you
D
doing?
Cash?
Slick Vic. Yes, excited for joint practice.
What's going
MDJ,
on,
what's
Slick?
going on, stranger? He said nothing so
MVJ.
far has discouraged y'all at all to this point. I'm hopeful too for Canales' sake, but I don't know. Well, I put it like this. The things that kind of discourage me is the lack of, I would say, adequate transactions. Okay. And
Okay, yeah.
some transactions that we feel like shouldn't have happened. We talked about that last week. But like bringing in, like we've brought in like everything except for corner. We brought in one corner, I believe, Anthony Brown from used to play with Dallas. But
Yeah.
now Dane Jackson is down. So I would like to see them bring in another corner. They had two guys out there working out today, and one of them turned into I forgot my man's last name. I think it's Ford, and he
Rudy
played for
Ford,
Rudy
safety.
Ford, safety. He played for Green Bay last year, so we'll see what becomes of that. But I mean, yeah, well, you know what? The play of the depth, especially in that preseason game, now that was discouraging for me. I will say that has been
Yeah.
discouraging so far. So, but other
Yeah.
than
The
that, I have to wait and
the
see.
the, I'm gonna hop on this until I see
Hmm.
otherwise. Is the play at center? By
Hmm.
us not making a adequate acquisition or a draft pick to address
Hmm.
the center position, that is definitely discouraging to me. Or and on top of that, not
Hmm.
bringing in better competition. I'm not gonna say more competition at the cornerback position, but like you said last year, or the year before last, CJ, you can't keep shopping at Dollar General. You know what I'm saying, and expecting
Yeah,
South Park Mall returns. You know what I'm
there you
saying?
go.
Like,
Yep.
yeah. So that cornerback position, in my opinion, still needs to be addressed. especially with the injury to Dane Jackson. I don't care how minor it may be, you know.
Yes, sir. Hold on, sorry, I distracted him. Sending the text back to somebody. But yeah, you right, Tony. But Navash said, "What time is joint practice running?" Okay, starts at 9:30. Practices usually be over about 11 o'clock. The one on Monday ended early because the defense was kind of had the offense's number that day, and but they usually end around 10 o'clock. Sometimes they go a little after 11, but I would say I would say that this practice is probably going to be 2 hours. It will probably be out there till about
Right,
11:30 or so. I think they're going to make sure they get all their work in because I think at first it was supposed to be 2 days of joint practice, but now it's just this one. It's just one, and then
right,
you got the game on Saturday at 7. So we'll see, we'll see. All right.
right.
Let me see. Antonio, it's the like, subscribe, share the stream, please. And I missed your first. Hey, what's going on, Antonio? How you doing, bud?
What's going on, Antonio?
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. I have rambled on long enough, and we have some guests in here with us. Okay, and we'd like to welcome Mr. Let me get this comment on the screen. We'd like to welcome Mr. C. Dougie, who is sitting right here beside me. To my right, my special. Yeah, there you go. My in my in studio guest tonight. But he's hanging with me. We're gonna go to camp tomorrow, and formerly Pastor Bone Crusher. Okay, he has a new name now, and let me go ahead and mute my mic so C. Dougie can give y'all the new name for the formerly known Pastor Bone Crusher. Go ahead, Doug.
Hey, welcome to the stage, A. Sean Robinson's brother from another mother.
Yeah, man. Same thing with C. Doug. I met him today, man. I said, man, I said, look at this defensive back right here.
God damn.
God dang. No, man, it was great meeting. Listen, and I take this nickname with great joy.
Yes, it was great joy. It was great joy. Like I was literally walking off, and I said, hey, Demetrius, you know who you look like? He was like, who, Doug? I said, hey, Sean Robinson, boy. When I said we could have hit the ground and laugh, it was good. Like I said, like I mean, it's good when you meet content creators. Like, I mean, we do this, like we really do this for you guys, but when we're able to actually see each other, not from behind the screen, but see each other in person, it's always good. Like I laugh at it when people say, "Doug, you look a lot smaller on camera." I'm like, no, like I'm not small. But when I say, hey, I almost called him A Shot. When I tell y'all PPP can definitely suit up for some teams, I'm not lying when I say
Talk to
that.
him. Talk to him,
Like
Dougie.
I'm being serious.
Yeah, talk
I'm
to
being
him.
serious.
Yeah.
I'm
Tell
telling
him.
y'all, he look like A. Sean Robinson. I'm
I'll
being
put him in that
serious,
full
man.
Nelson and keep talking crazy in the chat.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's good though. Like, again, I mean, we're gonna talk about practice, but yeah, like I said, I'm hanging out with the big cuz. I'm finally in the headquarters, man. Definitely, we hate Tony's across the pond, but we're gonna get into it, man. It's go time. Like all these other practices have definitely been, you know, prep work. And what I mean by prep work is getting ready, really, I hate saying this, but take your manhood back. I think a lot of players got their manhood taken last year. And if you guys know what I mean, when you have hard knocks where you have people saying they got 11 sacks against this particular player, oh, the Panthers don't look this good. They didn't do X, Y, and Z. Tomorrow is the day to change the narrative. I know we all want Bryce to play in a preseason game. If Bryce shows up, he's not going to win every rep. But if he looks very well and he finishes drives against a defense that he does not see every single day at practice, that should mean something.
Right,
If your
right,
offensive line, if Austin Corbett can hold up his end, direct traffic, if our D line can stop getting pressure and actually, they're going to blow the whistle, but actually produce pressure that forms into sacks, is going to be great. Can our DBs that are hurt now, can they withstand the lethal power of the wide receivers? That's the New York Jets. All the questions that we have will be answered. And I'm gonna throw one out there, and I know CJ gonna be like, we talked about it. I hope you ain't. I'm not taking this talking point, but is Panero need to be back on the hot seat, missing 2 kits today?
hey,
Let me
you done got some fans triggered now. Yeah, got some fans triggered now.
Yo, let me go ahead and say, all right. Let me go ahead and say right now. Um, Harrison Mevis, you know, I think they come a little too early. And Eddie was
Yeah,
doing good.
facts.
He was doing great. And then and Mevis gets cut. And then next thing you know, Eddie's out here missing field goals. I really think one position that they really should have had the competition go through the entire preseason, that should have been a cut that they made on final cut day. Okay. That should have been one of the last things they made. Because the thing is, I like Eddie. Okay. Eddie's been a fairly reliable, he's been a really reliable kicker, except for a few critical moments that have cost us, in some games. All right. And
Yeah,
it's like, he's the third most accurate kicker in NFL history, or whatever that is. And my thing is this. I think Mevis has a stronger leg than Eddie P does, so there's a chance of us being able to get longer field goals, out of Harrison Mevis. But just for this situation right here, now Mevis gone, now he out here in practice missing field goals. So yes, I think that should have been a competition that went, down to the wire, and they made that decision right on like cut day, right before cut day. So yeah. But hold on, let me see.
yeah.
D Cash. So Eddie missing kicks now that Memphis is gone. Yeah, yeah, he missed 45 and 55. Yeah, he missed a 45 and 55 yard out there in practice day. And it was crazy because I was watching him kick, and every time I looked over there, the refs were doing this. And I swear I must have missed the ones that he missed, but yeah. Yeah, he definitely
They
missed
should
some.
have. They should have kept even if they had the mindset that they were going to release Memphis at some point. They should have kept him just to keep that competition, to keep that pressure on Eddie P. Just like Dave Canales and Dan Morgan was talking about, you know, uh, in that during their first press conference when they were talking about all they want competition at all positions. We've been talking about that throughout OTAs
Yep.
and off season, the competition, that competition matters. So if you want to see competition in all positions, that was one position where you could have really like just kept that kicker. It's not like, you was getting rid of someone that was taking up or it's not like it was a position where there was a lot of people taking up roster spots. You had a
Mm-hmm.
competition battle just between Mevis and Eddie P. And I think that competition should have carried on at least through the final preseason game.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Hey, I would say this, Tony. The thing also is people have to understand the Panthers haven't learned our lesson. What did we do when we had Graham Gano and we had Harrison Butner?
Yeah,
We haven't learned our lesson. You keep a veteran, and basically, yeah, you can put Panero up there with percentage. Harrison Butner is basically, I mean, he just got a new contract, 4 years. I want to say it was either 25 or 35 million behind Justin Tucker. He's the best kicker in the NFL. And like I
yeah,
said, we have not learned our lesson with kickers. Yes, I understand you want to keep the veteran, but like you just said, why cut you and CJ just said, why cut a competition where we only have 2 more weeks or a week? Why would you
right.
cut it so short? Like, I don't understand that. Literally bring him back, pressure bust pipes. It's only for 1 more week. Whatever player that is not the
Yeah,
strongest at whatever position that they need, cut, bring back Memphis back, and have that competition for a week. That's what I would do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Facts. Go
agree.
ahead, PPP.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I agree with all you guys. I think after watching today, I guess you could say it was a little cause for alarm because, I do believe that they did cut him a little bit too early. I think this may be one knock
Mm-hmm.
that I would have on Dan Morgan and Dave Canellis because, Eddie P wanted to stay out, and I mean he didn't do nothing. Last year, he's riding on the wave of 2 game-winning field goals, but you ain't do nothing. You haven't really been doing much. So I think it was a premature move. Hopefully this doesn't come to bite us, you know, in the behind later on where there's like a 50-yard field goal that's needed, and you
Facts.
know, and he can't accurately kick it, you know. So we'll see.
Facts. Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I did want to get back to one comment that Nervash made, and he was saying, was Bozeman really that bad? Did we not deserve a shot with two healthy guards? Did he not deserve a shot with two healthy guards? He was good when Corbett and Christensen were healthy beside him in 2022. To be honest with you, Nervash, I think it was the scheme. Okay, he was good in that power run scheme that Wilkes and whoever I forgot who was the coordinator from
You
the
talking about
Giants.
Wilkes?
No, from the Giants. What is his name?
I can't believe CJ
I
forgot
I,
him. CJ
I
couldn't
can't
stand
believe
him.
his
You
face.
talking about McAdoo?
McAdoo.
Yeah,
McAdoo, Ben
McAdoo.
McAdoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben
Yeah.
McAdoo. Okay, so I think it was more so that scheme that they ran, that downhill power run game. Bozeman was good with that. You know, him, Christensen, Corbett, Icky, Moulton. But as we saw last year, they went to more of this zone blocking scheme when you had Frank Wright. And now I think it was going to be more of the same in Canales' offense. And they went ahead and let him go. All right. But I do think and I've said this a lot. You've got to be able to have your people, you know, and your players fit your scheme. Okay. And Bozeman was kind of a square peg in a round hole last year, to be honest with you. You get what I'm saying? It just
Yeah.
to me it seemed like it wasn't going to work. But now he's out there in LA with new coach Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers. And what do we know Jim Harbaugh for at Michigan? Running the damn ball. So you know
Smash mouth football.
smash mouth football. You
Yeah.
just may see a resurgence from Bradley Bozeman this year. But like I always say, player, their strengths, and the right scheme to fit that player and their strength. So
Yeah.
I don't think Bozeman was a bad center, but you know he was in he wasn't in the right situation last year. I put it like that.
Hey CJ, can I go ahead and let's go ahead and just get it open. Let's go ahead and get it open. Dan Morgan got to answer about this 150 million he gave to these guards. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm throwing it out there. If Damian Lewis does not practice tomorrow, it's gonna be a big question mark. From my viewpoint and being with other content creators, we all sat there and was like, how is it a personal issue? But with it being a personal issue, we remember he hasn't practiced since his shoulder injury that he had in practice. 150 million to two people, and you may need it to address more positions, and you didn't address more positions in drafting or bringing somebody else in. You brought in a young man that that's from the Green Bay Packers. He's had hand surgery. The vocal point that you wanted to do with building this offensive line is diminishing. I think I said that word right. Right in front of us right now. Again, 150 million for two players. Robert Hunt, thank God he has not went down, and I'm knocking on wood he doesn't go down tomorrow because he's had hamstring injuries in Miami. If you look at all the injuries that's been happening in Carolina's practice, either been growing or hamstring injuries. If Damian
Yeah.
Lewis does not start, right now you're going to have Chandler Zavala being your starting left guard.
So
But
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick, though. So is it the fact of who the backup may be more so than the starter? Because I get your point, and I agree with you. Um, but I think it's a little too early to put that on Dan Morgan as far as having to answer questions because it's not Dan Morgan's fault that Damian Lewis has shoulder issues or whatnot. And leave it up to Dave Canales and what they've talked about. They have consistently said in the past 2 weeks that Damian Lewis has family matters, personal matters that's been going on. So when I hear that, at least I'm not hearing them say that it's a recurrent injury or a new injury, something that's going to keep him out. And he mentioned that he was on the sidelines the past 2 days. pretty much like a conditioning thing instead of just throwing them back out there to the wolves. So just hearing that, I'm of the mindset that he's going to be definitely available before the preseason ends and definitely ready for week one. Now, unless there's something that we don't know about that they haven't mentioned that pops up, then yeah, I'm be like, okay, yeah, they done shot us one. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm just going strictly off what Dave Canales said yesterday at the press conference and what they've been saying the past week and a half, I don't think there's too much to be alarmed with that. But I am concerned that if there is something wrong, the backups to those guys, man, listen, because now we right back dealing with the O line that we had last year.
Hey, now Tony,
That's what I'm afraid of. Go ahead, CJ.
yeah,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, and I will say this, okay? Now Zavala he caught a lot of smoke last year, but I will give him a
Yeah,
little bit of props this time around. He has looked better this preseason in training camp. And he actually did. He was actually serviceable versus the Patriots. And if you believe in PFF,
yeah,
he had a 80 something grade. I think it was 80 something run block, 70 something in pass pro, and he didn't give up a single sack.
yeah.
Okay,
Go,
so like
go ahead and clap. Go ahead and clap, though. You can't have behind TV today. Go ahead and clap.
Nah, I ain't hiding now. I was gonna let you get off because I'm gonna use CJ's favorite saying: your best availability is your availability. And I'm telling you, like, I'm not gonna put anybody's names out, but the content creators I was sitting with, that was the main thing. This is my first practice. They were saying Damian
Yeah,
Lewis has not showed up and been consistent. Again, it's not his fault that Dan Morgan gave
right.
two players $150 million. You're absolutely correct. But when you have that price tag on you, and then when we have the
Right.
highest paid offensive line, your target is as big as this circle, and probably and bigger than what I'm drawing.
Yeah.
So that's where I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. That's totally not on Dan Morgan. The problem that is on Dan Morgan is a past GM that did the same thing, which was Marty Herney, that was just throwing money out there and thinking that you had money to throw and didn't learn. That's one thing Marty Herney had an issue with, was just throwing money at people and not being strategic with throwing the money. Like, you got Taylor Moton. We said it when we was at practice. Taylor Moton is one of the highest paid people on this roster right now. Is because why? We kept restructuring his contract twice back to back.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you in that point. But where I'm getting at is tomorrow, you need to be at full strength. Yes, I understand Deontay Johnson has I think it's a mid contusion, whatever. If it's
Yeah.
game,
Slight growing
you
injury.
if it's game tomorrow, you'd be suiting up. Hopefully, I'm hoping. So what I'm saying, from the front line to the quarterback and to the weapons that we have, the Jets don't care who lining up. They're gonna come out and they're gonna try to put you on, your ass. I hate to say
Yeah.
it that way, but that's exactly what they're gonna do. That's exactly what they're gonna do. So again, like PPP, CJ, and myself, and these other content creators that are bringing you guys great content, we not like what you say, PPP, putting the paint where it ain't.
Putting the
It ain't.
paint right where it ain't.
Hey, it ain't no excuses tomorrow. Y'all think I'm joking? I want all the smoke tomorrow. I already been telling people I haven't said anything on anybody's podcast, and there's nothing that I have been avoiding people. I did that last year. I just said I was drinking all the Kool-Aid that I could drink last year. Putting sugar, it was sugar in it, adding more sugar, sugar on top of sugar. I'm not doing that this year. I'm not. Like, yeah,
Okay.
I know it's one practice, but one thing that we did is we allowed that joint practice last year, and it showed us how this offensive line was going to be. We didn't read the tea leaves. We didn't really take in what we saw. Everything that you need to see tomorrow is going to be
Yeah.
exactly what it is. And if it ain't what it ain't, then oh well. But you're going to hear and you're going to see the real truth tomorrow.
If it ain't what it ain't, we gotta get some new paint.
Hey, that's a fact. Hey, but I just wanted to say one thing though. Mr. Doug, we don't bring up Marty Herney name in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
about to say, hey,
we do
hey,
not bring up
hey,
Marty Herney's name
oh my God.
over here. Let me tell you, I sat
Hey,
back in that chair, and and he's within
that's,
arm distance of me right now. Like, he really is. Like, you see this right here. Like, I could really punch him right now.
that was funny. Boy,
Oh
when
my
Doug said
God,
Martin Honey sees they
boy!
cross
I
his
was
arms, I was
like,
like, oh, hey, yo.
Let me tell you. Oh my God, Marty Herney aggravated me
Oh
in
my
so
god.
many ways. So
Yeah, his
so
decision
so
making
so
was
so.
horrible, yo. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Now I did want to
Stone
go
Age.
back.
Stone Age
I did
decisions.
want to go back. Austin Wright, what's good, buddy? How you doing? Nervash said, let's see Lavala do that in the real game. Well, I mean, kind of technically that was it was a preseason game, but I get you. I
Yeah.
get you, and I'm with you,
I
and
get
I'm
you.
with you. Dylan, what's going on, Dylan? How you doing, buddy? What's good, man? What's good?
What's going on,
Hey,
Dylan?
Dylan. Well, I guess if you ain't gonna be out there tomorrow, I guess I have to catch you next time. I did mistake somebody for you the other day, and I apologize. I don't know if you heard about that, already.
Yeah.
I walked around the
Dylan went
corner. I
off
was like,
camera.
Dylan, and my man was looking at me like, and I said, they were like, nah, that's not Dylan. And I was like, oh shit. I said, my bad. I was like, my bad. I thought you was with the
Oh
boys. I'm sorry, Dylan.
wow.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my
Hey,
god.
I felt like the rest of that practice, old buddy was looking at me like I can't. Like what? But shout out to JJ Terrence and everybody over there for Panthers Fans Only podcast. Make sure y'all go check them out, man. It's good
Yeah,
dudes.
shout them
But
boys out,
I
man.
did want to go back to this comment right here where Carolina Panther Pulse said Dan Morgan is responsible for the depth of this team. Now I do agree with that to a certain extent. The pieces that he could have brought in this offseason, like some of the things that we have now, yes, that is directly his fault because he has been the GM this entire offseason. Okay. And there are some positions that there should be more, as he like to say, more competition that should have been brought in by now. Some more spots that should have some, players in them, competing for a spot, but also competing for us to have quality depth. Okay. And I would say center is probably a big spot, a big position because Austin Corbett slid over. We picked up Andrew Ram as an undrafted free agent, but on the depth chart in between them is Brady Christensen. Okay, he is in between them
Right.
on the depth chart, and then every practice, when practice starts, when they break up into position groups, the rest of the offensive line, goes over to the right, and you got four guys taking snaps. You have Austin Corbett, Brady Christensen, Andrew Ram, and Big Nash Jensen is taking snaps on the center. Oh, and he got hurt today as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's that.
Mm,
There's that.
wow.
I see Austin Wright made a comment about Damian Lewis practice. Don't believe everything that you see. And I'm gonna say that because behind the lens of you're not at practice, everything that they write is not actually true. He did not
What you
go on
mean?
11 on 11s. He did not practice in 11 on 11s
Oh,
today at all.
right.
And he did not practice in 7 on 7. He did walk through, but he did not do any pushing where somebody's pushing their body weight up against him or any type of running.
I'll say
That's
this,
why.
Austin.
Go
My
ahead.
bad. Go ahead, Dougie.
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say
Go ahead.
this. Me, CJ, and Dougie did more work today than Damian Lewis. I'll say
Facts.
that.
Facts.
Yeah, we did more work today.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Nervaz said Marty Herney is integral to the history of the Carolina Panthers, likely or not. Hey, I give you that. I will give you that. But he still infuriated me to no ends. I'm sorry. I'll give you that. You absolutely correct. I'll give you that. Hey, what's going on, Austin? Right? How you doing, big dog?
What's going
Yeah.
on, Austin?
Mm-hmm. Roadmaster said I get off in 16 minutes. I'll be listening on the way home. Hey, we appreciate you, Roadmaster. We appreciate you, big dog. Hold on, let me see. I gotta get the other comment. Jets going with us in joint practice.
All right, let me speak on that.
No.
Roadmaster, if that happens, I'm telling you right now, if you think the toxicity level for the Panther content creators is at a level now, you're gonna
Man.
hope that does not come true. And I know CJ said, he's sitting right across from me. We're gonna talk about what Bryce did today. Like when I was walking to the car, I was still getting autographs. And one thing that I will say, I was still pissed at what something Bryce did at practice today. I know PPP talked about it earlier, but from my perspective, like I was literally on the side where it was coming towards. And when I say I was pissed, like he asked me, he was like, "Doug," I'm like, "I'm straight, but I'm really mad at Bryce because that's a rookie mistake that you do. If the Jets come in here and make us look or inferior to us, or we don't look to par, I'm telling you, the
Right.
level of toxicity is going to go through the roof. People are going to take
Yeah, I
what
believe it.
happens tomorrow to the next level. You at least want us to have a great practice, and we don't have to dominate. What I mean by great is, hey, great in one-on-ones. You get beat, you get, you win reps. Their defense is their vocal point of their team. I'm saying it right now, regardless of them having Aaron Rodgers.
Mm.
The Jets will go as far as their defense allows them to go this year. The same way with the Carolina Panthers. We will go as far as our defense will allow us if we have a mid offense going into this season. Everybody's expecting the defense to tear it up with the reinforcements that we brought in. This offense is really not supposed to really do anything, really. Yeah, I understand people want Bryce to do something, but we're really not supposed to do what these expectations that people are expecting. Yes, you want Bryce to look like that QB1. Has he shown it to me? Yes and no. But I'm telling you, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. I'm trying to hold it back. I'm trying to hold it back, but we're gonna get into it, man. I promise you, I'm trying to hold it back.
All right, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get right into that right now. Let's talk about Bryce Young and this Panthers offense, who have Monday they struggled. Okay, and today Bryce also has some struggles today. And PvP, I'll let you go ahead and go first.
Okay.
What do you think about the recent struggles from the offense as a whole and Bryce?
Yeah, I think it's a continuation from last year in some cases. I don't feel as confident as I would like to feel with our tackle position. I think that that's still an issue and has been an issue for me since last year. I don't have faith. And listen, me and you, we was at practice today, and I made a statement saying how big, pause, how big Taylor Moton looks. Like, you know what I mean? Like him and Robert Hunt next to each other, that's a wall. And there should not be anything that should be leaking through that. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm looking at this, I'm like, man, we shouldn't still have offensive line struggles. Like, it shouldn't be like that. So to that note, I think the guard position for me, at least for the most part, has been pretty decent in a sense. And no Roadmaster, we are not brothers, natural brothers, but Panthers brothers and spiritual brothers, yes sir. But his mother, his father are not my mother and not my father. So that's your
That's Ashawn Robinson's brother. I keep telling y'all that he'll claim that one. He'll claim that one,
Oh
but nah.
God.
yeah. And to round off my last point, you asked me about Bryce. The first pick that we got today, which was a tip ball, and the Panthers put like this, very, very nice, elegant music behind Shy Tuttle's tip interception. That's just a freaky interception right there, in my opinion. That don't normally happen. But the second one,
that was all him. Yeah.
that was all him. Dane, what was that? No, that was Troy Hill.
Troy Hill,
Yeah,
Made
an amazing break on the ball, man. I mean, the crowd was excited. The players were excited on the defensive side. And yet again, you have the defense having more momentum than the offense, which is something that I do not like. So, yeah, we got to change that.
Okay. All right. Bet. Doug, go ahead, because I know you about to go off.
Execution. Me and CJ were sitting here, ready for the live. We were watching Camp Confidential. Shout out to PPP. He even let us know the time it did drop. I hope you caught it, PPP.
Yeah,
The
I
one
thought it was
thing,
gonna be 7, but it was at 4.
it was
That's
4.
so
Yeah,
odd. Yeah.
yeah. The one thing that Adam Thielen and Deontay Johnson said is execution. And I know CJ and I have to finish it. That's the one thing that I'm gonna say that I see with the offense. They do not give every rep like it's their last rep or it's in a game. If you practice like you practice the way you play. And if they're practicing like they don't care, every rep is important. What's going to happen whenever you go against another defense or another offense? But we're particularly talking about the offense. Bryce had a good start to the day. I'm not going to shun the quarterback. Threw a beautiful ball to Jonathan Mingo. They definitely worked on the screen game today. Couple of screens were definitely nice. When it came to 11 on 11, this is on the back end of the 11 on 11. Like PPP said, that interception by Shy Tuttle was just what he did when he was in the Saints uniform against Matt Ryan. He was basically batting the ball down, but while he's batting the ball down, he tried to scoop it at the same time. Now I'm gonna get to the one that, like CJ said, I'm gonna get kind of pissed about. Bryce was kind of leading down the field, doing great. I actually want to say he did pretty good on his third 11 on 11. This is his final 11 on 11. And I want to say it was shotgun set. They hide the ball. Bryce looks directly to the right. Directly to the right. And when he looks to the right, he didn't pump fake. He didn't look off. He didn't do anything. Didn't look to the middle or look to the left. Threw it directly to the receiver. Troy Hill basically baited him into the throw, jumped the route, and took it pick six. I'm going to say this opposite of what PPP said. The content creators I was sitting with in the crowd on the other side were like, you got to be kidding me, Bryce. There was some other words. You can't do that, Bryce. You can't. You can't do that. And the thing for us was he already threw one to Shot Tuttle. One thing I would say, Bryce took responsibility of it. He punished himself. He ran laps. Behind the play. He was running laps because he threw an interception. That's all good and dandy. We know you would take responsibility of throwing an interception, Bryce. But the second one he threw was blatantly on Bryce. And that's where us people that believe in him, yes, it's a bad throw. Everybody has bad throws. I'm okay, I understand that. But the way that he threw it, and he didn't telegraph it, he didn't pump fake, he didn't look away. He stared down his receiver the entire time. And if you do that tomorrow, boy, I'm telling you, Bryce got to come out here guns blazing. Like, Bryce got to come out here a different man. Let yesterday be yesterday. Start afresh. And you're going against a new defense. I understand where CJ's saying that we're going to try to get reps in. They're not going to throw the playbook out there. But they're going to definitely throw some things out there where you need to understand we need you to win reps against people. If Deontay Johnson's not playing, I need a short-handed out of Thielen. We already know he's going to catch everything. TMJ and Jonathan Mingo, this is your opportunity to go against Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. If Deontay Johnson does not play tomorrow, Terrence Marshall, Jonathan Mingo, Etzel, and Jalen Coker, this is your opportunity right here to win your roster spot.
ISM.
Oh, thank you. I always do that. I apologize.
Don't do my dude like that, man.
I know. I do that, and I apologize. I do that every time because I would say I'm a person that puts him in that punt return or that return game category. And that's my apologies because you are a wide receiver at first. We brought you in because you were the leading wide receiver in preseason the year before. So you can show wide receiver skills. But I'm telling you, if they do not show up tomorrow, and I really don't think Deontay Johnson's going to practice tomorrow, I'll be shocked. CJ, I'm going to ask you, think he's going to practice tomorrow? Johnson? Yeah. Okay. I'm telling you, tomorrow somebody can make their roster spot be locked down tomorrow.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, I ain't talking about the 6 or 7. I'm talking about wide receiver 3 or 4. Because Adam Thielen and Deontay Johnson are 1 and 2. Jonathan Mingo, he was. Did y'all see when he was talking to Smitty throughout practice? It better show up tomorrow. That's what I'm telling you. I want all smoke, no gas. I said it whenever I did the preview. I want all smoke, no gas.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not excusing anybody's play, even from the defense or the offense.
Yeah. It ain't. Listen, there's no excuses, man. What y'all laughing at?
I just realized CJ looked.
CJ was looking at me like, Doug, you all right?
Yeah.
Nah, that's all PvP. He was looking at me. We right beside each other. But I'm looking at the camera, and I looked up. He was just looking at me like, "Hold on, this joker's sitting right across from me. Is he all right now?"
Yo, I was
touch him, CJ. Touch him.
It was the all gas, no brakes. When he started doing that, I was like, oh, all right. Oh, okay. Bet, homie. bet. Doug said he want all the smoke. he want all the smoke. He giving all the smoke tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, but you know what though? Okay. Now, well, Tony, before we go, you got anything you want to add to this?
No, hey, I get Doug's excitement and whatnot for the offense because we all want the offense to perform at a high level, but at the same time, I think there's a dose of reality because even in that joint
Oh,
practice
master.
tomorrow, like you alluded to, Doug, is that we're not going to show our hand, meaning the playbook. Like the full playbook is not going to be on display. Like I said, like
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow's joint practice is be more like a controlled scrimmage. You're not
Yeah.
going to see a lot of the same things that you would typically see in a preseason game, and definitely not in the regular season game. So I think by being more controlled than usual, a lot of things are going to be left out. But you do want to see your wide receivers when they one-on-one battles. You do want to see your quarterback complete the passes that he's supposed to complete. Um, and maybe it's just me for taking Dave, Dave Canales and those guys too much at their word because he seems not to be too worried about the interceptions that Bryce Young has thrown during the preseason. He has alluded to the fact that if you're not trying to make plays, then you're not throwing interceptions. You get what I'm saying? Like he
Mm-hmm.
likes for him. He basically what Dave Canales is saying. What I've taken from is that if we're going to make these kind of mistakes, let's make them now, so you can see what you possibly can or cannot do. So I don't foresee, and this could be me just being naive on it. I don't foresee Bryce Young making these same mistakes in the regular season. I think he's probably doing it all now, getting it out of the system, things like that. And hopefully when the regular season, when the games count, he's not making these same mistakes. So
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that he's taking the chance and he's given the chance of being who we come to well, most of us come to love about Bryce Young, especially the type of quarterback he was at Alabama. I see him doing more things like he was doing at Alabama than he did last year, trying to fit a round peg in a square hole in the Frank Reich system. We talked about that extensively, that Bryce looked uncomfortable. When you get a franchise quarterback, you build your offense around that quarterback, not trying to fit that quarterback into your offense. So I'm glad to see that Dave Canales is going to get back to some of that and allowing Bryce to be the type of player that he is. So I, like I said, man, the joint practices, I'm not going to put too much emphasis on it. My main thing for me is the trenches. I want to see the trenches. That's always been my thing, is seeing the trenches offensively and defensively. And I think the Jets will will present a good test, you know, 1-on-1. Man, what is going on?
Yo, yo, Jay Gatsby said we're going to go down as the team that drafted Sam Bowie over MJ. He said, I am sick as fuck. Please be Hakeem at least Bryce. Damn. Not Bryce the Dream. Oh my God.
Hey,
Hey, I hope that's not the case though.
hey, Tony, like, I just got a quick rebuttal. And
Okay.
this is no shot at you because again, y'all know how optimistic I am about this team. But like I said, that's the reason why whenever we've had these tapes, I refer to everybody else's tape because I haven't seen this team in person. If this offensive line allows 11 sacks, am I supposed to believe it or not believe it tomorrow?
No, you definitely supposed to believe it tomorrow.
So what you just
Yeah.
said is I'm paraphrasing what you said. So what I'm saying, you're gonna put a little grain of salt or a little, into what's going to happen tomorrow. Because when you said that, you're not going to believe
What do you mean?
everything. But you're not going to believe everything tomorrow coming. You're not going to really believe everything when it comes to the joint practice tomorrow. In some ways, we're going to have to, because if our corners are getting beat every route, our corners are, what. Then if our offensive line is getting used and abused, and you got Icky looking like he was the same as last year, if you got Austin Corbett getting pushed down and getting pushed on his bottom, and then again, like Pete, like I think PPP just said, that right side, whenever you have Hunt and you got Moten beside each other, I'm telling you, I know MDJ. I'm not gonna black out, because I literally blacked out when I was over there going off just minutes ago. I'm telling you, it's just no more excuses. It's no more excuses. Like, I understand we have a new coaching staff. That's a new scheme. But the way we got to expose on Hard Knocks last year, and we didn't believe it, we were all saying Quentin Williams is lying. That's why I'm glad I'm here back home to watch the team in person. Because, yes, the media can exaggerate something. Just like Austin Wright said, oh, Damian Lewis practiced. No, he did not. He did not. Yes, he dressed, but he did not practice. That's the reason why we say these content creators, the media can put something out there. People like PPP, people like CJ, people like Dump, people like Rashad, people like JJ. We're going to give y'all the truth tomorrow. I'm telling you, we're going to give y'all the truth.
The whole truth and nothing
but the truth. So help me God, I promise you it's going down tomorrow. So, hey.
CJ. Yeah. Doug, you're on mute.
The studio ain't been this lit ever. But I'm telling you, I'm just, look, I feel like I'm getting pushed over to the wall here.
Right. All that defensive end and defensive tackle energy over there.
Yeah.
Look, I might have to start calling him Pastor Bone Crush. I'm sitting here like, well, god dang. Oh, okay.
CJ, blink 2 times if you need help.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like I'm about to get pushed out my own office back here.
Yeah.
So help me God. All right.
Nah. But no, you hey Doug, you are right. I'm not saying that anything that you're saying is wrong. I just don't we have to in some instances let last year be last year, because this year you did, like you said, we are dealing with a new coaching staff, we are dealing with a new scheme, we are dealing with we are dealing with a new offensive line, so to speak. So, and see, as this man is so, and, hey, we just gonna let tomorrow take care of tomorrow, man. I'm not gonna try to get all into what shoulda, coulda, woulda, and this and that. But to tomorrow, like I said, the truth will be revealed tomorrow.
That's a fact. Like I said, look, CJ don't got to worry about it. I'll be home after practice, so all that steam I'ma have. Look, y'all. No, I ain't gonna say that. I was about to make a plain joke. I ain't gonna do it. Look, I ain't gonna do it.
Stop
I ain't gonna
playing.
do it.
Stop playing.
I ain't gonna do it.
Okay, so let's do this, and I'm gonna go back up to let me see, Jay Gatsby. Okay, I want to go back to this comment here, because my next topic I was gonna try to get on was, what do we expect out of practice? What is a good practice for us? And hold on, and before I get to that, let me let this pop up here in a second. Eternal 252, thank you for the $2 super chat. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
Said
you,
Damian
Eternal.
Lewis was barking at them boy. He was in Camp Confidential. He was trying to give him a little pep talk. But I do like that leadership. I do. I mean, hey, whether it translates to the field or not, we'll see. But again, appreciate the $2 super chat, Eternal 252. But I wanted to get back to the Great Gatsby. I'm sorry, Great Jay Gatsby. My bad. Damn, I call him the Great Gatsby. Jesus, Lord have mercy. I'm thinking of some movie stuff, but he said, "What's Because I was going to start talking about, what do we think is a good practice?" He says, "What's max sack count should we allow?" Said they're going to torch Icky. Okay, I'm gonna say this. The goal for our offensive line should be for Bryce not to take 1 sack out there tomorrow. That should be their goal. Okay, it should be their goal. All right, but I think Doug just said 5, and I would be happy anywhere from you know what? Nah, I'm 2 to 3. Okay, I think I know that's just me. I would be happy. I would be happy if they only gave up 2 or 3 sacks the entire practice. Whether that's going to happen or not, we'll see. I'm not saying that's how much they're going to give. Now, I'm not saying that's how many they're going to give up. I hope that's all they give up. You know, for me, if they give up 2 or 3 sacks, I'll be happy. That would show growth. That would show a lot of growth. Okay, because they torched us out there last year, and you saw that going to the regular season. Go ahead, Doug.
You didn't muted yourself. Yeah. No, I wanted them to hear me through CJ mic.
That's for the echo purposes, y'all.
Yeah.
Echo.
I wanted CJ to hear me through his mic. If this man now see, look, now I wish I could flip a table.
You know CJ what? I don't like this energy. CJ, do I need to get my keys? You know, I ain't too far from you. I ain't too far from you. I'll pull up right now. What's
check
up?
on him, PPP. Check on him. Check on him, PPP.
Let me get my keys real quick.
Yo, hold on. Hey, no. Let me tell you. I ain't worried about Doug. Let me tell y'all what happened here yesterday. Okay. Let me tell y'all what happened here.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
So I got home, right? I got so Doug know I ain't with no shit tonight. You know, he know. So I got home and the police chopper was circling around the neighborhood, right? I mean, like close to the house. So I called my wife. I said, call me on your way home. Because I said the chopper is looking for somebody and it got to be close because they're going around to the park and then they kept coming over our house and they came around about like 40, 50 times, just circling. So she got home and I was upstairs. So she called me, I didn't answer. So, we have a big Ring camera that I installed out here on the shed. And so she was trying to see if I had made my way out here to the shed. So by that time, the chopper had gone. The cop that was in the cul-de-sac had left. How about the motherfucker they were looking for waltzed his ass on up in my damn shed and was sitting in here chilling in my shed? Had to be sitting in my chair here. He done went and took my So the cops came back. I mean, they came back, long guns, everything. Dude was like, "Nah, I'm good." He opened the door, came out, got on the ground. How about this cat had on my damn Panthers training camp shirt and then decided to throw his clothes in one of my little empty boxes down here. And then the motherfucker had the nerve to go put on my wife's slippers on the other side. We go around the house. They made him kick my wife's slippers off in the front porch. I said, you got to be kidding me. Yo, my wife's slippers, dog. My wife's slippers. Her comfy slippers. Yeah. So let me tell you, Doug, no, let me tell you, if he had any inkling at flipping the table, all these cameras gonna go off, this stream gonna end, and I'm sending him straight back to Texas, okay?
Man, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I would have walked up to the guy and said, you know you dead wrong.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know you dead wrong.
Yes. My wife, hold on, and then so the police knew it was him because they said they found the shoes in the woods. So he had to hop my fence because all of our vehicles, my work truck, my van, my wife's car, were in the front yard. So he had to hop the fence in the back, and he had no shoes on. So this fool takes off his socks and leaves his socks up under my wife's cutting machine, on her side. We found that later on. Yo. Look at they said weird how shit gets stolen when Doug come around. He stole my mock draft and won the shit.
Put some respect on my name.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch
him. Okay, all right. I digress. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I digress. I digress. I can laugh about it now. I can laugh about it now. But it was tense around here for a little bit.
It was very tense yesterday
because we didn't know what he had in here or what he came in here with or what. But laugh about it now.
Crocs criminal.
The Crocs criminal. Yo,
man, that dude would have went live yesterday, man.
Oh my God,
boy. Yo. That would have been some crazy crap if I went live and be like, yo, somebody out there in headquarters.
Oh, here we look.
hold on, wait a minute. There go our buddy, Blue Swarm. He types his name wrong every time he gets on anybody's live. And we've talked and we've spoken about this, and he said, CJ, I don't know where the B, the L, and the U are on my keyboard. You know, he said I just hit RED, but he means to hit blue. It's Blue Swarm, and I want to thank him for the $10 super chat. He said, Tony Malo and the guy that's unreal to have a drink on me, good brother. Hey, we appreciate you, man.
He must mean that for CJ.
I think okay, yeah. But that was wild. That was wild.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you. I appreciate. Oh, and then speaking of drinks, the man left a Crown Royal bag on my desk, and I'm sitting there like I'm not a drinker at all. Okay, you know, if I drink, you know, I'm here at the house and I'm not going anywhere because I'm always, you know, the designated driver for my wife. You know, she has a good time. I make sure she get home. So there was a Crown Royal bag on my desk, and I'm like, I know, yeah, the Crown Royal bag, and then he ate my wife's silly straws that she had in the bag. I mean, and I keep remembering stuff as we going on. And I'm sorry, I know this is the biggest damn detour in Two Fans in the Stands history as far as getting off topic.
My God!
You know, I apologize.
I don't know what we're talking about no more. I don't even know.
I remember what we talking about. We talking about the sacks. How many sacks was a good number of sacks? So I remember, and I apologize.
This time like first 48.
Yeah, this is the biggest detour we have ever taken. That we have ever taken. But yeah, I come in, there's a Crown Royal bag sitting on my desk, and I'm like, I don't drink much, you know. But I said, I know I don't drink no nasty ass damn Crown Royal. I said, I know that wasn't there. So yeah, I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Hey, and Red Swarm again, thank you for the super chat, man. We greatly appreciate it, appreciate you, dog. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Like I said, that was the biggest off-topic detour we have ever had on this channel. I apologize, but I had to get that off. Okay, so sacks. All right. How many sacks are we going to say is
It was me.
It was you. Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead.
CJ said 2 sacks. So what I'm saying is, if it's only 2 sacks, I don't believe, again, when you look at, you got a Quentin Williams, then you got, is it McDonald? Then you got a Solomon Thomas. I got the note. What's the boy?
Jermaine Johnson.
No, Jermaine Johnson, and you got Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah,
if you
Javon
telling
Kinlaw.
me that we only giving up 2 sacks for tomorrow, that'd be great. That'd be absolutely. If we only give 2, and that means where I'm projecting 2 sacks coming from Austin Corbett. That means Austin Corbett gonna play his ass off tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's what you thinking.
Yeah.
No, I'm agreeing.
No, but are you thinking it? Oh, thank you.
I'm hoping.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Well, you know the Bible teaches about hope, right? False hope, right?
Yeah, Hebrews 11:1.
Hey, we'll have
God.
prayer meeting up there.
Now we're going to Bible study. We don't went from first 48 to Bible study. You know, y'all know what?
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna let y'all have it.
I know about that hope now.
Now, look, that's what I said. We ain't feeding these people no bad hope now. I'm telling you.
God.
5 sacks is the number. Forget what my big cousin's saying over here. Yes, I'm in the look. Yes, I'm in the shack. Yes. Talking about 2 sacks.
I don't like this. He taking over. I don't like this. I don't like you just reaching over everything. What you doing?
Hey, PPP, you see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Hey man, where my keys at? Man? Where my keys at?
It's all good, everybody.
Meet me outside, bro.
Hey, PPP, guess what? When I meet you outside, cook out on me. Anything you want.
All right, well, okay. All right. Big double burger. 2 quesadillas.
Damn.
Huge Arnold Palmer. Thank you.
Okay. I'm done. I'm being quiet. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh
all
my
right.
God.
All right. Okay, PPP. Let me ask you that question again. So, what do you think, far as sack wise, is an okay number for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think somewhere around about like no more than 4, man. I don't want any, to be honest with you, but I think that I think 4 is a little. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, hold on. And PPP, because it's air conditioned out here. It was hot outside. It was nice and air conditioned. He found the mother load. Yesterday. I'm
Yeah,
talking about the
yeah,
comment
yeah.
down here. He said he's having the time of his life up in here.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he is
All right, go ahead, man.
showing
I'm
out.
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I think 4 would be my breaking point there because, of course, you want him to have none, but you know that we're going to be going through, because Evero even said it. He said that he has a relationship with the guys over there. They're trying to see what type of positions they can put our team
I
in.
got one.
Which is going to be advantageous for them, but put us at a disadvantage. And likewise, to try to figure out what we got on the depth side of this team. So I'm expecting possibly some sacks. I'm expecting some. I'm expecting some things to happen or whatever. So I'll say 4 at the max for me.
Okay. All right. Bet. What you think, Tony? And Panther Dog. Yes, Doug is sitting right here next to me. What you think, Tony?
Yeah, I don't really want to put a number on it. I just don't want to be a repeat of last year.
Facts.
That's my main thing. I want to see the improvement from last year to this year as far as what type of offensive line that we will have going into to week 1. There goes Panther. Oh my god. Oh, I quit. I'm gone.
Oh no, PA Prime. I have found, bruh. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Dylan. I will not call you anything but this from here on out. You have or forever and always Panther Pope podcast.
I'll take that. I'll rather you call me Panther Prophet Podcast, because that's what I am. But praise God, we'll take the
Okay.
Pope. We'll take the Pope.
Hey.
We'll take the Pope.
Go ahead, Tony. I'm
Oh
sorry,
my
dog. I'm
god.
sorry. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
Yeah. I just want to see the growth from last year to this year, and see what kind of investment that we're going to get on this $150 million return that we invested in the offensive line. Now I know Damian Lewis is not going to play tomorrow, more than likely, but you just want to see better offensive line play altogether. But my main thing, only thing in the trenches is what Austin Corbett does.
Yeah,
I just
I
want to
got
see what he do against other competition that doesn't wear the same uniform.
you. Okay. Hey, and yes, Panther dog. That's right. That's why I ain't got the blue lights on, because yes, Doug is sitting there. That's not cool. Hey, and Swarm, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, did C Dougie just say baby D PPP Ike Day Day with a cookie when he offered you to buy you some food? Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my
Hold
god.
on, you muted, Prime. You muted.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. If you want to bribe me with some food, yeah, Cookout is a decent start. It's a decent start.
Hey,
It's a decent
I'm
start.
I'm I'm a Chick-fil-A guy, so like, look.
Yeah, decent start.
Hey, but again, for someone, we appreciate the super chat, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Okay,
appreciate you,
so
Storm.
all right, so let's move on to my next thought. All right, now with the practice going on tomorrow, do you guys think that the outcome of this practice, good or bad, is going to affect if Bryce plays or not on Saturday and the rest of the preseason? Because you got to think about the league. Well, in my opinion, you got to think about the league in its totality. There's a lot of people that's getting hurt. JJ McCarthy, rookie for the Vikings, is out for the season. And happened on a play in the preseason game. Good or bad, do you all think that Canales will risk putting Bryce in no matter what happens?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest
Come
with
on,
you.
Saturday?
Yeah. So depending on what happens at the joint practice tomorrow, because we all know Bryce is going to be out there at the joint practice. So good or bad, do you think that Canales will risk him Saturday or going forward in the preseason?
Go
Yeah,
ahead, Brian.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's already set. I don't think it got nothing to do with preseason. Practice tomorrow. Uh, I think that the Panthers are leaning more towards not playing Bryce. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just my thoughts. Now I could be wrong, but that's my thoughts. Just looking at kind of where everything is at as far as the possibility of injuries. Just on even on this offensive line. I mean, I know they brought in some guy from I can't remember where it was at now, some college or whatever.
Tyler Smith.
Yeah.
Western
They brought
Carolina.
Western Carolina. I knew it was up there in the mountains. I just couldn't remember where. Brought him in, and I just don't know. I mean, if anything, I would say, man, play him a series, but I don't think that is going to weigh on what happens on tomorrow. I think Canellis is probably already set with that already, man.
Go ahead, Doug.
Doug, go ahead.
I'm gonna say with CJ, we were talking today, leaving practice. It was like almost close to him getting home. He was like, Doug, they're gonna let what was your exact words you said? Was it the roof? What did you say about them letting practice go and they're gonna really get deep? What was the word that you said? You were saying they just showing us exactly what we need to see, but when everybody leaves tomorrow.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I go.
So what I said was, in my opinion, I think practice even these 2 weeks, and I talked to Tony about this. When we went to camp last year, we saw a whole lot of stuff off the jump. Okay, when I say a whole lot of stuff, it was a whole lot of one-on-one drills, a lot more than we've seen so far in camp. I've really only seen the one-on-one drills like just the past couple practices. Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. Cornerbacks and wide receivers, just like one-on-one. The cornerbacks and wide receivers have done it more than anybody else. And then you had the linebackers blocking, the running backs blocking the linebackers. So I say all that to say, I think when the cameras go off, as far as the media and us, out there, trying to get out of the footage or whatnot, I think that, Canales is going to, ramp things up a bit. That's what I said. I think he's going to ramp practice up a bit, especially when everybody's not out there to see it. Now, that's just my speculation. I can't confirm, any of that, but that's just what I'm getting from what I'm seeing. Because to me, in a way, it looks like they're practicing. I know this is preseason. I know they're not showing everything, but it's just like I feel like it's more to it. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying, Doug. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's more of I need it. What was the question? What was it? What are we gonna see?
No, if Bryce is going to
Play.
play. Mm-hmm.
Everything that you need to see when we start in the beginning. First team is gonna get all reps tomorrow. Like you may have people come in, to give a player a break, or like we'll see Jalen Coker probably possibly with the ones. He did go up. It looked like in a day of going with the twos today. But like I said, am I okay with it? It depends on tomorrow. Again, everything. Hopefully, I'll see everything I need to see tomorrow. Because if there's still question marks, that's going to leave me uneasy about the progress and progression of Bryce. I am able to see it with our own defense. Like I said, one thing I would say with that pick, Troy Hill knew exactly where he was going. Even though that you've been going against your defense, Troy Hill knew exactly where he was going. That's the only thing I will give Bryce grace on with the interception. You've been going against the same defense for over 2 weeks. You're going over the same exact plays. You guys are going. It's like yin and yang. But what I will say is tomorrow there ain't no there's no defense that you're gonna see. They're gonna throw blitzes at you. Salah is a very strategic blitzer, just like Evero. So whenever you're thinking, oh, this particular player, it's gonna be disguised very much just like today, but you don't know what's coming. So if he shows a good showing tomorrow, I don't need to see him in preseason. Like you said, JJ McCarthy, we talked about it today when we were coming home. he's out for the season. And then they had Jordan Addison go down earlier today when we was talking to Tony. So is to me, you answer the bell tomorrow. You don't let it wait till Saturday. You don't let it wait till week 3 against the Buffalo Bills. You answer the call tomorrow. Take care of what you need to take care of, and let's go get it.
All right, facts, big facts. Tony, did
Yeah,
I was gonna say, did you answer this? I'm
n-
sorry.
no, I share the same sentiment that Paul Mancini just had on there. If there's about 40 to 50 plays scripted
Mhm.
and they run through all those plays tomorrow with the first team offense, whether they look bad or good, you won't see them play Saturday. You're not going to take a unit that just, you know, banged with an opposing team for 40 or 50 plays on Thursday and turn them right around and play them in the game Saturday. I know Bryce Young is not going to get touched. The quarterbacks are going to be off limits tomorrow, but when you're talking about all the other skill positions, you're not going to turn them around from getting banged up possibly on Thursday and play them Saturday. So I don't think there's no chance that the starters play Saturday, regardless of
Hey,
what the outcome is tomorrow.
real quick, I'm gonna say this. One thing that I think it probably just skipped PPP CJ in my mind. Andy Dalton's back. That's a big play in what's gonna happen on Saturday as well. Um,
But is he going to play though? I know he's been
no, no, no,
practicing,
he
but
no, no. He practiced today. He did 11 on 11s. He was rusty. He was very rusty today.
okay,
So
okay.
he actually he practiced more than what Damian Lewis did. And I know,
Okay. Well,
and I know PPP was saying we did more, but Andy Dalton, even though he
but
butterfingered a snap today, he basically was trying to throw the ball and it just fell right out of his hands in one of his 11
yeah,
on 11 snaps. So
right.
for me, like I said, if Andy Dalton is healthy, you'll have Andy Dalton. I'm gonna be respectful. Jake Plummer. I was gonna say something else. Jack.
Luton.
It's still Jack. It's still Jack.
It's Jake Jack, whatever his name is. I was gonna say something else, so you better just let me say what I was gonna say.
There's a Jake behind him. That's why you got to say it right. Jack Plummer.
Jake Newton. I mean, what is Jake Luton?
Jake
Yo,
Luke.
that's fine.
What?
See,
Duh. Where's all this hostility come from today, dog?
I'm just
Like,
saying. I noticed it too.
damn.
I'm just saying.
Prime.
Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. About to get the Batmobile. Let's go.
how many times you blink?
About 10.
Isn't it 3 times blink and let me know if you need
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
That brother need real help.
God.
You better call that.
No.
You better call that guy that went
Look.
in your shed yesterday.
Look.
Hey, he's still locked up. That dude got a rap sheet as long as 485.
Hey,
Tell
at
me.
least he know where
Oh
you
my
at.
God.
He know exactly where you at.
Hey,
Look, I'm gonna say
go
this though,
ahead.
real quick. Plummer is not, and that's the reason why I don't care what his name is. The hype train that everybody has been giving this man. When I saw it in person today, he is not. I saw a couple of things that PPP said. Yes, he did have, I think, 2 touchdowns a day, but excluding those touchdowns, he is not where the paint. He is where the paint where it ain't. He is. He is not. He is not it. I'm
So
telling you.
ain't no paint where he at.
No, absolutely not.
Ain't no paint. All right.
No,
So
I
so
seen
so
it for myself.
are you dispelling all the rumors out there that Jack Plummer will give Bryce competition for the #1 spot? I'm
Can you
just
hear
saying,
me
hey,
loud and clear? No, no, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna
yeah.
answer it.
Tap
Hell
the mic, make sure
no.
it's working. Tap
I'm
tap
on
the
my
mic.
mic. I mean, I'm on my MacBook.
Okay.
Hell no. Hell no. And y'all know I'm like using, but I'm being honest. Hell no. No.
I'm just
There's
saying,
no
you
way.
know you you
No.
know there are conversations going around the Panthers. Jack,
Hey, what the heck is a butter? What?
hey, leave it to Panther
I
Dog
was
to come
not gonna let
through.
that
That's
slide.
my
Thank you, Panther
guy.
Dog.
Leave it for Panther Dog to come through. Appreciate you, my boy. Oh my God.
That sound like one of those milkshakes at
What
cookout.
what you trying to
Yeah,
get me at cookout?
yeah, let me get a butterfungal. Extra fungal, please.
Well, I guess it's safe to say that this show was not scripted.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh man,
Oh,
y'all crazy, man.
I'm
Okay.
done.
Oh my God. What
You
were we
good?
talking
Okay.
about? Where we at? I forgot what we was talking
I'm not even gonna lie. This time I actually forgot to.
Bryce play.
We're talking about should Bryce play? Should he play?
Yeah.
I put it like this. I after this practice, I don't think we're going to see Bryce at all for the rest of preseason. And I think that's good, bad, or indifferent. If he goes out there and have a great practice, definitely not see him. If the practice is mid, still not going to see him. If he goes out there and sucks
Hmm.
it up, we still ain't going to see him. I think Bryce is done and shut down as far as playing in the rest of these preseason games. Now, do I think that he has earned this right? Because when you talk to some people, they'll tell you, he hasn't earned the right to, be awarded, like, okay, you get this time off during the preseason because you have proven yourself that, you don't need all these extra reps. Like, this is just a mere formality for you, if you get what I'm saying. People like, no, Bryce needs all the reps that he can get. And in a way, I kind of agree, because it's still, you got a new center. Okay, you're running a new scheme, you're learning a new playbook. And I'm not saying put Bryce out there and have him play, for 3/4 of the game. Get him out there for a drive or two. Just like the Patriots did Jacoby Brissett and Drake May, and then get him off the field. You know what I mean? Because one thing that I know we've seen, and I think PvP, I think you've seen it. I don't know if you had one today, Doug, but Austin Corbett is still out there snapping the balls is very low at times. He's
Hmm.
still struggling a little bit with the shotgun snaps, and he's the ball's going at Bryce's feet sometimes. He's having to reach down there, grab it, and then and then make a pass. But yeah, like, I'm not saying throw him out there and have him play the whole game, but I do think Bryce needs some reps. Okay, I do think Bryce needs some
Right.
reps, and I don't think he's done enough in this league to be like, okay, you know what? By just what I've seen in practice, I know you're going to be good. No, nah.
Right.
I think he has to have some live in game reps. And the thing is,
Yeah.
you can kind of script, some that a series or two if you think about it. Quick passes. Get the ball to him. He gets it out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Don't give the defense opportunity to get too much pressure on him. Things like that, because we're not going to see everything that they have schemed up in the preseason. Hopefully not even close. But in
Right.
my opinion, he needs a few live reps. Okay, and I know he's going to get some tomorrow, but I'm talking about live reps with without the referee blowing the whistle every time somebody's fingernail hits his helmet. So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I will say this on my last comment on this is that if the first team offensive line is not out there, you won't see Bryce out there.
absolutely not.
If they're not at full strength to protect Bryce, you won't see him out there in the game. That's just my opinion. But like I said, regardless of what happens tomorrow, if they get 40 or 50 good snaps in this controlled scrimmage, the first team offense will not play come Saturday.
Facts. I agree. I completely agree. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Austin said, "What's up, Doug? You on some Pastor Troy tonight, bro?"
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
he
Hey,
is.
hey,
Yes.
can I speak to P? Tell him this Pastor Boy and them down South Georgia boy, and we ready for war.
I'm gonna start calling them. I'm gonna start calling them past the shoulders. That's what I'm gonna start calling them.
Wow, not
Yeah, past the shoulders.
Oh my damn.
yo. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you know what, and it was funny because the last
Oh,
live we
Prime
had
came
Digger
back with
left.
the get back.
Yes, Diggett left a comment. He was like, "No slides." I'm glad I didn't put no slides together because I've been all off tonight. I'm glad I
Oh
didn't put no slides
God.
together tonight. Yo, hey man, but let me tell you, that's gonna be about it for us tonight. We just wanted to get on here. Oh, but before we go, okay. Now we've talked a lot about the joint practice. Okay, do we have any predictions for the preseason game that's going on Saturday? What do y'all think going to happen there?
Man, well, I'll say this, man. If Bryce isn't playing, I mean, the weather seems like it's going to be okay. It's a night game. Should feel like it's our only primetime game. Just you think about it, it's our only
Yes,
primetime
Damn.
game.
yes,
So
yes. It
Damn,
is.
it may
Prime.
it's
It
our only
is.
yeah,
Well, if you count last week too, because it was at 7 o'clock. If you count last week,
yeah,
I
yeah.
only primetime games win the damn preseason.
That's
Y'all
crazy, yo.
grimy, boy. Y'all grimy.
That's the truth, Tony.
It's
Hey,
the truth,
Chad, tell
man.
me if I'm lying. Tell me if
No,
me and the Pope are
you ain't
lying.
lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Damn.
I mean,
Prime
I,
had to put it like that, dog. He had to put it like that.
I mean, bro, when you think about it, man, it is. So
It's
we
the
in
truth.
Carolina. I mean, it's a prime time home game. That really should be what Dan Morgan instills in these boys, man. They go out there like this a prime time home game, man. And I'm
True.
expecting if Bryce not playing, we're gonna see a lot of Plummer. We're gonna see probably a good bit of Luton. I don't think we'll see a lot of Andy Dalton. I'm not sure about that, but I think that he's probably the third person that I will probably be left out of this QB situation on Saturday. But I'm expecting the Panthers to probably, probably lose. I'm gonna be honest with you.
See my stomach.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I mean, I, last week was crazy. Unless we get Luton, if Luton actually has more time to play, I think that we'll have a shot because if you look at the last 8 minutes of that fourth quarter, Luton moved that team with the same playbook, same players. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And if we split the quarter, the fourth quarter in half, it was the same exact players that Plummer was playing against. So, I think if you put Luton in early, you got a shot. If you don't put him in early,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna look like last week probably at home, which is gonna be
Yeah.
bad.
And Prime, I want to add on to that. I do hope they flip that around this time and let Luton start off the game. Like if Bryce is not playing, let Luton start. Let
Right.
Jake Luton start and see what he can do with them guys, and then we can see Jack Plummer. And and no disrespect to Jack Plummer, but like you said, what we saw is what we saw. I gave Plummer some grace because the first half it was raining. TMJ, let me see, TMJ,
Mingo.
Mingo.
Mingo, and ISM all drop passes on him. Okay, hit him right in the hands.
Yeah.
Passes hit him right in the hands, and they dropped him. And it was funny because Steve Smith was trying to kind of save Mingo a little bit, and then he saw the play. He said, "Oh no," he said, "No, no." He said that was on Mingo. He said, "That's my guy." He said, "But he got to catch that."
Yeah.
But like I said, second
Yeah.
half weather was a little better. Well, it's a lot better. It kind of stopped raining. And then when we saw Luton come in the game, he's only been there for a couple of days, but he moved the ball down the field. So I would like to see them switch that around. And if Dalton and Bryce don't play, let Jake Luton start. Yeah.
Right.
But
Right.
Yeah, I
Doug?
agree. I agree with you on that. Go ahead, Doug.
I got a special announcement. We got Ashawn Robinson Jr. and CW will be suiting up on Saturday. My number is 35. And TPP, what's your number on
My
Saturday?
number is 252.
What?
I'm gonna put a 2, and a 5 on my helmet. Yeah, I'm coming straight through there. What's up? Yeah,
Wow, not the area code.
yeah,
All
what's
right,
up?
so
Yeah.
um, I don't expect them ones to play much. I'm gonna say a couple of players' names. Lamar Jackson, um, Jonathan Mingo, Chandler Savala, Brady Christensen, Jalen Coker, Dylan Johnson, um, JT Saunders, Sanders. I'm sorry, JT Sanders. Jordan Matthews. Um, what's our boy from Colorado? You always shoot. Yeah, McLennan. Yeah,
Darren McClendon.
very cool. Very cool. Met him today. Chopped him up with him and one of our strength condition coaches that were at Colorado. I shouted both of them out whenever I was able to talk to them. A big emphasis on DJ Johnson, a Trevin Wallace. I'm naming all these players because these are players that you're the next man up. Basically, the ones are out. If somebody, God forbid, goes down, you have to step up in a starting role. I probably should have named some more people, but these are players that have pivotal opportunity to actually help their roster spot, but definitely show us if we have a Jadeveon Clowney, if we have a DB go down, we have an Adam Thielen go down, and we have a Deontay Johnson go down. We have depth. Like we started to show out blaming the depth of this team on Dan Morgan. But if Dan Morgan and these players show up, some of these answers have been answered on this roster, and we have them with the depth that we currently have on there. As a record prediction, I'm I can care less because what does a preseason win mean? It doesn't go in the real record book. Only thing I need to see is a better showing than we had in last Thursday when we were in Foxborough. That's it.
Facts. I agree with you on that.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Okay. Yeah, we gonna lose. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah. we gonna take a L. But it's what it is. You know, I hopefully if it is the L, hopefully we see them move the ball down the field some, and it's a little bit more bearable, than that New England mess that we saw last week. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Yeah, we're gonna take a L. I'm sorry,
Oh
y'all.
God.
I'm sorry. We gonna take a L. Okay. Yeah. I just until they go out there and prove me wrong, especially in the preseason. Okay, I think regular season might be a different story, but in this preseason, if Bryce and the starters are not playing, and seeing from what I saw in the New England game, oh yeah,
Oh
we catching
God.
a smooth fade. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but you know something though,
What's that?
something that nobody has mentioned, and because I know you guys are going to be there tomorrow. But let's also pay attention to the other side of the trenches too, because we know we was horrible as a defensive line in stopping the run last year. So
Mm-hmm.
with the fact that we have Ashawn Robinson now, we have Jadeveon Clowney, guys that are known to be run stoppers at their current position. How would they look tomorrow going against the Jets offensive line and Brees Hall in the backfield? So I think that's just as equally important to watch out for as it is paying attention to our offensive line. That's why I say the trenches is where it's going to be at. I don't care about the receivers, the corners, the safeties, the running backs. I need to see the trench work. I need to see apply pressure, stop pressure.
Facts.
Okay.
Apply
Hey, but
pressure, stop pressure.
10-4. Hey, but Panther dog, how are we going 2-18, bro? Oh, you count the pre?
What?
Oh, okay. I'm sitting there like, damn. I'm like, when do we when do we go to 20 games?
I officially got a migraine. I officially got a migraine.
Yeah. Let me tell you, hey, forgive us tonight, y'all. Forgive us tonight. But hey, I thank everybody in the chat. I thank y'all for bearing with me. Like I said, I have never took such a elaborate detour on this podcast as I did tonight. I hope everybody got a good laugh out of it. I know we did.
Dope said 5 and 17 at
5-17.
best.
God dang. Wow. Okay. All right,
Yeah,
dope.
taking seasons together, ain't he?
Oh god.
Oh my god. Hey,
Oh
thank you, Slave
god.
Vic. We appreciate you, man. Thank you. But yeah, hey, but that's all we got tonight. And I'm gonna let everybody shout your channels out, and then I will take y'all out like I always do. So start with Doug. Go ahead, buddy.
Yes, sir, man. It's your man C Dougie. All right, what's up, Doug? WASSUP space DOUG. again, it was great to finally meet PPP in person, get to be in the headquarters with my big cuz. I'm waiting for my other cuz to come across that pond, but I know it's going to be a great time, just like it is here with CJ. Like I said, if you want more joint content, joint practice content, head over to What's Up, Dub. We talked about it. We definitely went in depth about a couple of things. I'm gonna try my best. We know the popos be out tomorrow. We're gonna try to drop you guys. We're gonna try to give you guys some content. That's all I'm gonna say. Because they do be listening. And I was told today that they be watching us during training camp. So that's all I'm gonna say. Your popo's gonna be out. I'm gonna try my best, man. PPP.
Yeah, man. So my name is Demetrius, owner of Panthers Prime Podcast. So grateful to be here and to be on stage, man. And I appreciate CJ and Tony for allowing me space on their podcast, man. Great people. I haven't met Tony yet, but me and CJ have met twice, and it was great today. I met C Dougie, past the shoulders, and man, it was just amazing today, man. Great guy. Had a pretty good, quick conversation, man. But yeah, just like Dougie said, the people was out there kind of looking. We had this one little French bulldog security guard walking back and forth, and
my God.
His head don't really turn too far up north, so he can only see the first two levels. But his head and his shoulders kind of meet each other. Ain't really no neck, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have more people out there tomorrow watching us. So we'll try to get some content if we can, man.
I hate that we live right now because we need to mute by half of this. We need to edit by half of this.
No, but the thing is though, PPP is not wrong. He probably a great dude, but everything PPP saying is the honest to God truth.
It's the truth.
All right, I'm
Hey,
stop.
Slick,
Go ahead.
Slick said, why do I know which one y'all talking about?
Hey, that dude, that's all you see.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Like a little French
I
bulldog.
can't. I'm not even on camera, and I can't take it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
All
God.
right, go ahead, finish, Prime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done, man. I'm grateful, man. I'm just grateful, man.
Tell everybody where to find you, man.
Yeah, man. Panthers Prime Podcast, man. Up and coming podcast, man. Just trying to put some content out there, and just see where things go at, man. But I'm excited. Really extremely excited, man, to be here on Two Fans in the Stands. I'm not gonna lie, man. If you guys have not hit the like button, hit the like button, please. This is great content, man. So yeah, most definitely. Mm-hmm.
Hey, real quick, you not up and coming, PPP. You here? Like I said, you've been going past a year. They just need to find you. Like CJ said, you here now, man. They did. I mean, hey, we're giving each other flowers. We mean this. Like, he got good content on there. You may not agree with him, but hey, like people say, start your own podcast. Join him. He has an open platform where he wants people to come up and rebuttal his statements. PPP.
I encourage that.
So, like I said, man, hey, don't say up and coming. You hear what's going on, Black Ball? And I already know who it is. Yeah, we in the city, man. I'm in the city, my guy. So, like I said, PPP, don't say up and coming. You here, man? Like I said, they just got to find you. They just got to find you,
man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, y'all can find me over at Two Fans in the Stands. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, and just like Prime said, I encourage everybody, when we drop the link and we want y'all to come up here, I don't care if y'all 1,000% disagree with us. If y'all ever want to come up here and we drop the link, come on. All we ask you to do is match the energy. Okay, that's all we ask you to do.
There you go, BBE. Trying to shake honey from a tree.
Honey, there you go. Hey.
I like that.
Already.
I'm about to take that. I like that.
That's Tony's. You can't take that one. That's Tony's, dog. You can't take that one.
Smooth line right there, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. Hey, we encourage everybody to come up here, join us. You know, I like to always say we can attack the subject and not each other. Okay, we
Yeah.
attack the subject and not each other. But yeah, I just want to say that. And you know what? As always, I take y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. First of all, you can catch me and Tony at Two Fans in the Stands on all social media. That is here on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and over on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS. Okay, and I always take y'all out with three things. Let me try to give the same energy that's been here in my office this entire time. Okay, so let me see if
Oh
I can do
hell.
this right. All right, yeah,
Oh
exactly. Yeah,
hell.
get ready. All right, so let me say, number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And
Oh,
number
y'all see me
three,
blinking.
hey, number three, on my mama, keep pounding, man. We'll see you.